Namaskar, myself Dr. Vitti Bisht, Professor, Department of Eye Chikitsa, Faculty of Ayurvedic Sciences, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today's session for class BMS 4th year, we are going to discuss acute abdomen. Today we are going to discuss its introductory portion. In next coming lecture, we will discuss the management. So let's start the topic. So before moving towards causes, we all know acute abdomen or acute abdominal pain refers to a sudden, severe abdominal pain of unclear etiology that is less than 24 hours in duration. The pain is frequently associated with nausea and vomiting. There may be abdominal distension, fever, and signs of shock. In many cases, a medical emergency requiring urgent and specific diagnosis is seen. Several cases also require surgical intervention accordingly. So, there are many causes like abdominal pain may be due to peritonitis, and this peritonitis can occur due to perforation cases, pelvic inflammatory disease, any ulcer, pancreatitis, or tubal pregnancy. There may be mechanical obstruction in small intestine area, large intestine area, bile duct, or ureter region. Acute abdomen may occur due to vascular disturbances like embolism and torsion. There may be pathology in abdominal wall like traction of mesentery, trauma, or infection of skeletal muscles. Distension of visceral surfaces can also cause acute pain, for example, in cases of capsule of liver or spleen, especially when they get ruptured. There may be some extra abdominal causes like in thorax region, pathology like pneumonia of basal segment or inferior wall MI can cause acute pain in abdomen. Similarly, spine like spinal condition like radiculitis or pressure on roof as seen in false spine can cause severe abdominal pain. There may be some metabolic causes like uremia, diabetic ketoacidosis, adrenal insufficiency. Neurogenic causes that can mimic abdominal pain are conditions like herpes zoster, which is most common. Similarly, there may be some functional cases which are usually some psychological cases. Now, before moving toward approach, we can do classification of acute abdomen on the basis of location over the abdomen. Like if if the pain is upper middle area abdominal pain, then it may be due to stomach region conditions like gastritis, stomach ulcer, or stomach cancer can cause this pain. Similarly, conditions including pancreatic region like pancreatitis or pancreatic cancer can radiate to the left side of the waist, back, or even shoulder. Similarly, this middle abdominal pain can occur due to duodenal ulcer, diverticulitis, appendicitis also. If pain is typically in upper right side of abdominal pain, then pathology can involve the organ like liver, and the cause may be fatty liver, hepatitis, liver cancer, or liver abscess. Similarly, upper right abdominal region pain can be due to gallbladder and biliary tract pathology, as in cases of gallstones, inflammation. If it can also occur due to colonic pain in pathology like bowel obstruction, spasm, inflammation, colon cancer. If the pain is in upper left abdominal region, then it can be due to splenomegaly, due to pancreatic pathology. It may be due to colonic area involvement. Typically, middle abdominal pain, that is pain around the area of belly button, can be due to appendicitis. Pain of appendicitis usually starts there. Small intestinal pain is also referred usually to middle area of abdomen. If pain is in lower abdominal area with diarrhea and dysentery, then the main organ involved can be cecum, as in case of intussusception or bowel obstruction or appendicitis location. Lower left area abdominal pain can be due to sigmoid colon involvement, as in case of polyps, volvulus obstruction, or gas accumulation in sigmoid colon. Then there may be pelvic pain, which is due to involvement of bladder area, as in cases of cystitis, diverticulitis, or bladder stone or bladder cancer. In women, this pelvic pain can be due to involvement of uterus, ovaries, or fallopian tube pathology. Right lumbago or back pain can be due to hepatomegaly or right kidney pain, as in case of stone. Similarly, if pain is low back pain, then it can be due to kidney involvement, as in case of stone, cancers, or hydronephrosis. Or this can be due to urethral stone pain. So, before treating the acute emergency, the approach should be: first is history taking. Try to assess a patient to determine the etiology and subsequent treatment. For abdominal pain, and it is very important to remember that abdominal pain can be caused by problems outside the abdomen, especially heart attack and pneumonia, which can occasionally present as abdominal pain. So, relation with food should be asked. In case, then this may be the diagnosis for septic ulcer or gastritis. If there is any vomiting and loose motions together, consider it gastroenteritis. Any urinary trouble present or not may indicative of renal or ureteric colic. Similarly, any drug abuse or alcohol abuse can cause acute alcoholic hepatitis or acute pancreatitis. So the history should be asked. Site of pain should be carefully seen, as I have discussed various sites of pain area in abdomen. In cases of females, menstrual history should always be asked. For example, in ectopic pregnancy, basically when it ruptured, severe abdominal pain can occur. Any history of acute myocardial infarction or congestive cardiac failure should be seen. Diabetes history should be asked, which can make diagnosis for diabetic ketoacidosis. signs of peritonitis, intestinal obstruction, shock, or vascular collapse are present, then immediately IV line for DNS should be start, nasogastric tube should be used, and patient should be referred to surgical unit or a quick surgical opinion should be obtained. Some common presentation for acute abdominal pain and their causes, like acute appendicitis, the pain is usually in right lower quadrant. Pain is aggravated by movement. There may be nausea, vomiting, anorexia, and fever. Focal tenderness is present in typically right lumbar quadrant. There is rebound tenderness and gardening of the muscle. In cases like acute cholecystitis, patient is usually over 40 years. Pain is typically in right upper quadrant. There is tenderness. There may be history of gallstone or jaundice. Pain is referred towards right shoulder and Murphy's sign is usually positive. In case of abdominal pain, if diagnosis is towards acute pancreatitis, then history of gallstones or chronic or pancreatitis should be obtained. The onset is sudden. Pain and tenderness is mostly seen in upper abdomen. Jaundice may be present. There may be history of alcohol intake, and in blood investigation, serum amylase is usually seen raised. In acute renal colic cases, pain is in loin area with tenderness. Radiation of pain is towards groin region. Pain frequently comes and goes with colicky nature. There may be dysuria, frequency, and hematuria. If there is perforated peptic ulcer, then there may be known history of ulcers. Pain is sudden, generalized, abdominal tenderness is present, abdominal rigidity is present, and bowel sounds are usually quiet. In case of intestinal obstruction, history of vomiting is present. There is constipation. Distension of abdomen is usually seen. History of previous abdominal surgery should be asked. There may be scars for this, and bowel sounds are abnormally increased. In condition of acute gastritis, generalized pain abdomen is observed. Pain is very sharp and typically in epigastrium area. There can be history of nausea or vomiting. Burning sensation is felt on epigastrium. Sometimes loose motions are also associated. So these are some common conditions which came to hospital for emergency management, featuring as acute abdominal pain. So some preventive approach are also there for abdominal pain. These should be advised to patient, and these steps may help to prevent some types of abdominal pain, like avoid fatty or greasy food, drink plenty of water each day, eat small meals more frequently, exercise regularly, limit food that produce gas, make sure that meals are well balanced and high in fiber content. Plenty of fruits and vegetables should be consumed. So these are some preventive approach. Now the general investigations that help in diagnosis are blood tests including full blood count, electrolytes, urea, creatinine, liver function test, pregnancy test, amylase, and lipase. Routine urine with microscopic examination along with culture and sensitivity tests should be advised. Imaging techniques including erect chest X-ray and plain film of the abdomen should be taken. An electrocardiograph is helpful to rule out a heart attack. CT of abdomen or pelvis is useful in cases with confused diagnosis or or improper diagnosis. Sonography of abdominal region or pelvic region should be obtained to differentiate abdominal pain. Endoscopy and colonoscopy can be done according to situation or according to condition. So this was all about the introductory part of acute abdomen and common presentations in case of abdominal pain. In next lecture, we are going to take the proper diagnosis and management, basically the emergency management of severe abdominal pain. Namaskar. Have a nice day.